welcome to the stream. Today is going to be similar to the past two videos I uploaded, which was the 2-hour videos. You seem to enjoy them. I will admit, the last video I did was a little bit ragey. I just wasn't feeling the game, and I didn't want to be fake, and I didn't want to just, you know, mute the audio and chat over it. It was frustrating, and I felt like I felt like I owed that to you after not playing the game for a while on YouTube to sort of be honest and sort of show you, you know, my feeling about the game at that current time. So that's what it was going like. It was kind of a frustrating experience. There was a lot of issues I didn't like that I still go on about, but overall we have to admit, and we have to be fair, that TC are slowly improving the game. Now, you can be the judge of if the rate of improvement is something you enjoy, or you think it's too slow, or it's not, it's not fast enough, it's too slow, it's not fast enough, or it's going at the right pace, or you can have your gripes and your grievances. But it is improving, and I did get really frustrated last time, and I think what I got frustrated at is kind of how I got frustrated at the launch of the game, where I'd come from the Gears 1, 2, 3 era, a little bit of 4 towards the end. And when I stepped into 5, I was like, whoa. I kind of was like, what is going on? That's the sensation I got, like, what is going on? And the reason I said what is going on is because it was so fast. It felt like everything was flying at me. It basically, it felt like, not that I was relearning Gears, like, oh, I'm a bit clunky on taking cover and moving. It felt like I was learning an entirely new game, and in some regards, that's kind of why I stuck with it, because there was a lot of new things to learn, which is always good as a player. You want new things to learn, new things to do, but it was also a very jarring experience, I think, for a lot of people, and it's obviously hard to balance that, because if they just ported over Gears, let's say 4, a lot of people would be happy, but a lot of people would say, well, this is the exact same game that I played last year, why should I pay for this one? So it's getting that balance of innovation, sort of, I guess, for want of a better word, like renovation, like renovating the game, improving it bit by bit, and also, again, sort of keeping it stylistically and thematically and gameplay wise very similar to the originals and the core fans. So like I'm forgetting his name, I do apologize, like the lead dev said in the last dev blog, it's like, not only are they fighting against 12 years of backlog of gameplay, they've also got the new players. It's very difficult to create a balance. So I get it. So what's that leading up to? Well, that's leading up to today. There has been a few changes. We head into the game. Inside of the game, there has been a few changes. In ranked, I believe, King of the Hill, currently, and the other modes have, if we can see here, if we go to details with F2, it says the aim assist is core. Now, I don't know if that has changed. It says it has changed. What this means is, you see here, it says the aim assist is competitive, where there's less adhesion, meaning there's less, when you track an enemy, your cursor or your crosshair or whatever you want to call it sticks less to the opponent, and also the active reloads have changed. Now, because it was kind of pushed through a hotfix, I don't believe the text has updated, but I do believe that the modes do have this now in it. There's less gameplay. So, less aim assist, sorry. So I just don't think they've updated the text to say basically competitive. That's all I think. And then also we have the dev playlist, which I think is tucked away in quick play, and then all the way down here, which is the current tuning is cover slide speed, which is nice to see. I'll be interested in that. So what I'm going to do today for a couple hours, I'm going to play the regular game for an hour, see how I feel about that. The less aim adhesion, maybe I'll get clipped less, and then I'll try the beta tuning. Now, I don't know if the beta tuning has the actives in it and the Lancer changes, or it's just like default game and cover slide speed. I don't know, but we'll figure that out when we get there. So that's kind of the, I guess, the plan for today, so to speak. So what we'll do is we'll head straight into Ranked King of the Hill. Hopefully, you know, it doesn't take hours to find a game. So for me, I'm a PC player. I don't have any Adhesion anyway. So for me, this is going to feel no different. The only thing... Sorry, my dog is... Come on, out of the way. The only thing I'm going to notice, potentially, is if people hit me less. That's really all I can look for. I'm not going to notice myself sort of feeling any different aim-wise, but apparently there is no active damage, and the active reload has changed, so I'll have to get used to that. But that's kind of the plan, is just to, I guess, play for a couple of hours and see how it feels. Because I did, I guess, you know, I did go on the forums and I did make the balance video, so it doesn't seem fair if I do all that and then don't actually play test the game. Linked in chat, have they removed all of this in ranked? I believe so. I believe so. I do believe so. I think it was it was in the current WhatsApp. Hey Oxid man, forget ranked. We're playing an hour of ranked, and then we're gonna play an hour of the dev playlist, because I want to get a. If I just go in and play the cover slip speed, I'm probably not gonna judge it right. So I want to play a little bit of just regular ranked, just to get myself up to speed, and then I'll see how it feels in the playlist, the dev playlist. I'm currently trying to find this article for you. Here we go. So what's up June 25th? It says that the developer playlist tuning is in the game on June the 30th, and I'm recording this on the 2nd of July, so I wanted to make sure it was in. So, you know, that's what we're playing on. The text just hasn't been updated. So that's kind of what we're doing today. I just felt like... So I guess I'll just chat because this will probably be going on YouTube. I guess just for the past like week or so, I've obviously like taken a break from streaming. I'm still trying to get back into the swing of things. I've got a few more things, I guess, going on in my private life, which is kind of taking over streaming. So I haven't been streaming quite as much for one or two things, but I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, and I just haven't been feeling playing Gears. That's like the truth. There's nothing like. It's not that I strongly dislike the game, or I think like they're doing a bad job or anything like that. You know, when you're just not in the mood for a game. It's not particularly that you think the game's bad. You're just not really in the mood for it. It was more like that really than anything too particular. Yo, Crazy Zine, how's it going? Welcome. I guess whilst we're in queue, we can jump to the queue screen. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably play one or two ranked games, and then I'll hop into the dev playlist and see how that goes. So that is the game plan. But they are doing a bad job. It's... I don't think they're doing a bad job. I think what they're doing is... In fairness to TC, I think what's happened is... And I don't know, because obviously I don't work there. But guessing from the outside, I feel like the game was in like a very bad state at launch. I don't think they would deny that. They've even said that themselves, like it was a very poor launch that they tried to recover from. And since then, I think they've been quite active with updates. It's probably that they're really active with updates, but they're doing all of the updates on top of the game, you know, that they, quote, had a poor launch. It probably needed more than it's got, but I think update-wise, honestly, I don't think they're doing that bad of a job. Like, if we had all of this content coming out on top of a perfect launch, yeah, but I don't know. We'll go District because that's going to be quite Lancer heavy. I'll pick a standard character so we can feel the adhesion or lack of it. Yeah. So I'm reading chat. Zion says, game was released in a horrible state and 6 months later it's still not good. It's more than 6 months. Whether that's TC or Microsoft's fault, it's irrelevant. I still spent $100 and got a bad product. Yeah. Exactly, and I'm not like... I'm not here to be what's the word? I don't know what the word is, you know. A TC apologist or anything. I just try to say what I think. I think that the updates have been alright. I don't think it's a bad updated game. There's constant updates. It's just... has it changed the core product enough? And I don't know. For me, it's relatively similar to launch. It's better. I think it's better, but is it groundbreakingly different? Not really. Alright, so in this match, obviously I'm going to be heavily lancering. I am going to be quite lagging a lot, FPS-wise, because I'm streaming and double recording, which is not going to be ideal. Oh yeah, look, so this is the new active, so you can see in the top right of the screen, slow, fast, catch it like the old active, but obviously it's going to be giving no... I can actually stop recording to save myself some performance here, that's better. I'll just download the VOD later. So for me, again, I am playing on a... Gotta get used to that active reload. I thought it had gone down. Another one coming in. Okay, so we got the different cadence with the active. I've got a bit of muscle memory built up for Gears 5, so that's gonna take a little bit of getting used to. But, you know, look at me already. So for me, this game will feel no different. The only thing I can tell is the no active damage on the Lancer, and the fact that I might get hit less because there's less adhesion coming into me. Oh, I didn't see that guy behind me. So, it's not going to be the best sample size, obviously, you know. I'd have to play hundreds of games to really compare. You know, I might be in a good game, I might be in a bad game. So far, it's feeling nice. But, you know, is that just... You know... Is that just luck? So, the only difference between, if people are interested, because a lot of people get this wrong, and a lot of people... I have no magnetism adhesion. There's probably still a tiny bit on the Lancer, just to make it function as a gun for controller, because that it has to be there. There's a tiny bit more magnetism on a console user's shotgun, 15% more to be specific. So you can get bullshitted by a shotgun a little bit, but he killed himself with it. In the grand scheme of things, like, we're okay. I just want to check that my stream's okay. Yep, stream's working. Is the volume okay? Have we got loud enough volume? Trying to just see how... Alright, trying to find out just how much damage I can do. So, I'm trying to Lancer and then shotgun him down, because I obviously don't know... I felt like he completely whiffed that headshot. I'll do a section of Lancering now, because that's really where I'm gonna feel the difference, isn't it? What's going on here, boy? Oh, mate, I am honestly, like, you want to talk about breathing it in, soaking up that pressure. That's what I do, minimum. Look at me. I am a freak of nature on this video game. Apart from that section, but, you know. That's what I do. I will admit, so far, it feels less Lancery, and District is a particularly heavily Lancer map. But, that just depends who you're playing against, you know. I'm pretty sure if everyone starts firing up the rifles, it's going to be awful, but that goes for any game. If everyone did that in Gears 1, it would be awful. I'm trying to get a sense for how much damage I'm dealing. So that's 39 in 5, so... It's still going to be about 11. Still going to be about 11 to down. So the base damage is still the same. A few people yesterday were saying that the base damage feels different. To me, it feels the same. Doesn't feel... I don't think I'd have downed him there. The only thing I'm noticing is maybe I'm not been fully beamed due to no actives, and that is feeling kind of nice. Like there, I'm nowhere near as red. What? Wait a minute. He blind-fired over his shoulder. And killed me when I didn't look up. How does that one work? That felt odd. Might have to get an instant replay on that in the studio. Obviously, these guys I'm playing against, pretty heavy shotgun players. So it's not feeling so bad. This is a point where we might see what the Lancer feels like. You see there, I'm getting in that habit of pre-active reloading. I'm just trying to do something there. I was trying to wait for my guy to come in behind me and help me 2v1 him, but I went too ham in there. The Lancer gives less damage when he's closer to you? I don't think it does. It's exactly the same damage. The only thing they've changed is the fact that there's less... in the patch notes, it's just... The only thing they changed is the damage. They didn't change fall off or anything like that. Oh, wow. That was frustrating. The only thing that the Lancer does is, I mean, I've tested it in private matches in all those videos, is when someone's further away, there's more fall-off damage. Nice one, mate. I had to win him. He kept me alive there. I had to win that one. I'm trying to, like, Lancer people to get a feel of how annoying I can be still. I'm not beaming people. I'm not dropping people. Yeah, I was getting pressured by that mark, so I had to go for that up A. Yeah, I don't feel like I can be nearly as irritating with my active Lancer as I could be. I mean, obviously, if someone gets caught out like that, they're going to be put kind of red. Yeah, this guy, that guy with me, he should have turned on that guy. Right, we got the hill. 33 seconds. We'll wait here. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm being dropped as easily. I imagine when you get multiple lances on you, yes, there's still going to be a big problem. But I'm okay with multiple lancers aiming at me. It's when one guy holds down an entire, like, bandstand. This guy's down, isn't he, somewhere? I like it, though. You know, me just reloading, the active reload is purely there just to get it faster. I'm not doing it for damage. That makes a lot more sense. Let's see if we can smoke this area off and make a push before they cap too many points. Oh, I back-aid him there. I read that he was going to up-aim me and I back-aid. Damn. We need to try and break that one. What are we doing, boys? We got a break. No one's breaking with me. They just gave it. That was weird. Feels... I don't know. It could be massively placebo. One round in, I don't feel like I'm getting beamed as much. I'll say that. And I don't feel like I'm beaming nearly as much. Feels much healthier, like not just rolling out of spawn with a full clip of active, because in a way they've sort of also reduced that problem of, you know, the problem where people sit in like this area where I'm sat and relentlessly active reload. Well, I can't, even though I can relentlessly active reload, there's no benefit to it, right? So I'm gonna get, he's gonna go wide on me here. Oh, my back A didn't connect. It's hard to play and think. Yeah, because in a way they've got rid of this stupid thing. You know how here I can just sit and relentlessly active reload? Well, yeah, I can do that, but it's of no benefit. So, get me off the wall. I was getting stuck then. Ah, there's two of them. I didn't see. Ah. How am I liking it? I still think it's going to be very difficult It's going to be very difficult to call it after, like, one round, you know. What I'd noticed so far, I'm nowhere near as powerful with holding a power position on my own, because I can't spam active reloads. And I can't just, I can't relentlessly active reload, and my Lancer doesn't have actives. Still, it's very difficult to attack some positions with rifles just because of how the maps are, and, you know, little things like you can't see people in cover. That's always going to be there in Gears 5, but seems like a decent step. I can't tell you if I'm noticing the adhesion. Like, I'm currently in ranked at the moment. I'm not playing the slide speed. Oh, I jammed in. He's behind me. Fuck me. He's done it again. He blind fired over cover and killed me downwards. But he can't blind fire down if we're at the same level. I don't understand how that kill works. He's done that twice on me. Like, if I get to this cover and blind fire, how do I kill this guy here? Like, I don't know how he's done that twice in a row. Believe that type of stuff is magnetism. That was a stick, no? Not getting anything here from my team. Just spamming this shit. Oh, he's on the corner, man. Realism gears. I don't know, but is it kind of like what I played a while back with like no hood and that stuff? Yeah. My team doesn't seem very good, to be honest, right now. What I will kind of notice, what I will notice already is, how do I word it? Like, because my solo Lancer is very weak, I'm not saying very weak, let me rephrase that. Because my solo Lancer is weaker, it seems a lot more difficult to have impact on the game. Because obviously, I can't really 2v1 in Gears 5, and I can't really Lancer beam people because, yeah, I don't really have that opportunity, so it feels all very team-based. I don't know, it feels a bit strange. I feel like it kind of, not that it already wasn't skewed, but it feels kind of skewing towards like who's got the better team even more so. Like, I don't know. You know, like sometimes you hold down a point on your own with an active Lancer and you're just ripping through everybody, and it's kind of oppressive, but sometimes you need to do that because you don't have a team. This kind of feels like I don't have the opportunity to Lancer without, I don't know. It feels very team-based, which is not something I enjoy. I don't feel like I'm getting to have much impact in the game. Like, I can do all this, but I need my team to go in. That's more of a problem with Gears in general, less so the actual update. But yeah, I needed 8 bullets there. It still feels like effectively Gears of War is impossible to show your solo skill. That it still feels like that. I can't lie or pretend that it doesn't feel that way, because it does. It just feels like, even though I know I can kill these players, I can't do much because it's just GG teamwork wins, which is cool and all, but it's not really, again, why I think people play Gears. So I don't know about that one. I'm going to say the game felt cleaner, but I still think like the problem of team is still massively massively a problem. Like 17, they had 17, I think it was 17, and then 3 or 4 people with 14 downs. I had 13 downs or something. Nobody else had, like, everyone else on my team had like 1 or 2, if I can remember from just a quick glance. You can definitely still Lancer, and you can definitely team Lancer. It feels kind of like, I don't want to say it feels worse because the Lancer's weaker, because that's not true, but it feels kind of odd. It's like sometimes there I wanted to flank, and I couldn't really 1v2 with my Lancer, which people will go good. But I feel like if you get a good flank with your Lancer and you open up on somebody with an active reload, the first guy gets put really, really red. The second guy realizes his mate's been shot at and spins round, and then you kind of 2v1 them. But I feel like you don't really get that opportunity, so you need your team to team fire with you, and that again is just, that's more teamwork, isn't it? I know King of the Hill is a team-based game. It's also hard to tell because, you know, the ranking system doesn't work and it doesn't match you with even teams, so it could be if you get even teams it feels a lot better. It's very hard to test it, that's what I mean. Like, to test it properly, I'd have to get 10 even players in the game. Yeah, I don't know. First game was a bit strange. There was parts that felt really good, and then there was parts where I felt really useless. And that's obviously because obviously I've been playing Gears 5 in a certain way for so long. It's going to take some adjustment period, right? I think when it's got 8 bullets on the shotgun, that will be nice. I think this with no 8 bullets does feel a bit weird, so I think 8 bullets will be good. So that's a good change they're doing. Like, I don't know. I like the idea of no actives on loadout weapons. I do like that. But then I kind of think about power weapons, you know. Does that tip a power... I feel like that kind of tips a power weapon. It makes them even stronger. I will be trying the beta patch, yeah. Because I still dislike the idea that you can reload a gun and get an active reload without wasting bullets. Like, if somebody has a boom shot and they haven't fired it, you have to treat it like it's an active boom shot and it has massive splash damage. I would still like to see power weapons having to be fired, because currently, I imagine, if you can never active reload your Lancer, your pistol, or your shotgun, power weapons have just stepped up in power again, because they can permanently active and actually have active effects. So I would like to see bullets have to be wasted for those power weapons, but that's a small thing. It's really hard to tell Adhesion, honestly. I feel like for me, like, the Adhesion's annoying, but it's like a large magnetism problem. Let's go. I mean, ideally we play District again, so we can keep the control. We can keep a control sample, but looks like it's going to be All Fathers. Seems alright though. I'm not going to say it's bad. This is what I feel like with Gears 5 updates. I always say it. They're always like a small step in the right direction, and they don't feel bad. But they're not drastically changing the game from what it is at launch. Like this, it's still the best team wins, best rifle setup wins, you know, best power weapon control wins. It's still kind of like that. The only one bad change I ever feel like they did was the gib range. The 4.11 gib range was great. Because I felt like there was just so much more nuance to the play with a shorter gib range, but I feel like I'm alone in that. Alright, so I'm going to try Lancer everyone. Again, just to get a feel for how strong I can be. Well, I'll pick up the... Oh. Yeah. Still, you know. If you're accurate, you're going to get kills, aren't you? Hello. So, like, here, I can active reload this boom shot. I mean, I don't need to, obviously, but, you know, I still dislike that. I feel like I should have to waste a bullet, but... I would like to pick up a Lancer to test. Oh. Mate, how's he not going down? Oh my lord, there's no poke range on this shotgun, I'll tell you that. That's why everybody steams in for the up A, because you can't play for poke. What? He's not dead. What? Guy didn't die. Thought he died, but it was my teammate dying. He like up A'd and didn't. That's weird. Right, I'm just gonna hang back and Lancer. Testing. Oh. That was weird. I heard a guy right behind me. I did hear a guy behind me. What? I knew I did. I was like, I heard him behind me. Had a look. Wasn't there. Then he was there. I don't know where that guy went. Trying to still get used to this active, the different speed of it. It's like the old gears. If that had been an active, she'd have been down. That's like an example of where 100% would have lived, would have died. Last patch. It's hard to, it is hard to tell because realistically, the loss of the active reload is probably 1 to 2 bullets, which in certain scenarios does help a lot, and it does make you feel less beamed. But in the grand scheme of things, when you've got 3 of the Lancers pointed at you, it don't make too much difference. Damn, I went for the quad there. I went for that Hail Mary quad. Nice stuff. Oh, felt like that was a bit weird. I felt like I just backpacked that guy. It is very difficult to tell. I mean, it feels better. It does feel better. But at the same time, it could just be I've had 2 games where people don't Lancer. You know what I mean? I still feel like it's going to be oppressive. It's just the way the maps are built and the way it all kind of clicks together. I'm just trying to be as irritating as possible with the Lancer. Oh, I tried to run and shoot. Yeah, the matches are lopsided. That's kind of like... seems to be the way it is, isn't it? I do, like, really very much dislike, and I can't stress enough, the gib range. I feel like all of, like, the clever movement, like, you remember when you used to strafe left and right and it was really sluggish? All of that, like, stuff they've tweaked and tweaked. I feel like it's all irrelevant because all everybody does is up A into a big gib range. Like, that's still my #1 complaint, is the gib range. Because I enjoyed 4.11 so much, and so did my friends. I felt like it was like the best time on Gears I've had since a long time. Oof, I thought it was going to blow me away there. trying to lance you. Holy shit. Where'd he go? So do we know if the new dev playlist has the active reload changes in and everything? Oh my lord, how's he not killed me? It does, okay. That was very satisfying. That felt like old Gears, like that would be better. You see how like I knew what wall he was going to? Yeah, so we're gonna play probably one more of this, and then I'll try the dev playlist. I just wanted to get up to speed and feel like I wanted to know what it felt like regularly and then go to the slower slide speed. Guys gliding everywhere. Yeah, it's gone from 650 to 600. This guy's got the hammer burst. I mean, I still feel like... Yeah, a Lancer is very useful. Multiple Lancers and the maps still make it very oppressive, but it does feel better. I can't say it doesn't. Yeah, it does feel better. Does it feel like Adhesion's really gone? I don't have Adhesion anyway, so I can't tell any difference. I've never had it, because I play with a mouse. The only thing I can think, the only way I can tell if it's gone is if am I being shot less. And I haven't really been in a full out Lancer warfare yet, so I can't really tell that. Hey, no worries. Thanks for the follow there, Rudy. Am I dying more? So, I mean, not really. That was very satisfying. Now, imagine there was a slightly smaller gib range. I could be doing that all day. Oh, bumped into the spawn. Alright, I'll go back to Lancer and let's see how much impact I can have without actives. I do like the old active though, like the way it has that cadence of like slow, fast, slow. It just feels great. I mean, I feel like I'm putting in good work from up here, even without actives. I feel like if you had 1 or 2 people doing it, still be pretty oppressive. I think, especially with spotting, I'm still not a great fan of spotting. Like, I'm raking up assists. Slayer's just going in. Right, I've used all my bullets. God damn. Alright, I've got 12 downs. I feel like it's... in certain situations, like when somebody flanks you with a Lancer and they've got an active in previous times, you'd be insta-dead. Now you might have a split second to turn on someone, maybe. But I still feel like if multiple Lancers are like what I'm doing now, if we were holding down this area, I don't think it's like you just think to yourself, oh, I'm free to move because there's no actives. It's still a Lancer. It's still a good weapon. That's how I feel. And I do like the bloom from distance. It does just mean I can't just hold the trigger. That was a good change. I certainly don't feel like the Lancer's weak. I don't feel like it's weak. I know a lot of people have said it's beyond useless now. I don't think it's useless. I think you probably just need to know when to use it. The reason for me, anyway, that I don't feel like strafing's viable, heavy magnetism, which just means you can't get out of the way of the bullet. You can't roadie run strafe because of the shoot delay, and everyone has massive sensitivity. Like there was times where if you sidestepped, they couldn't physically turn around quick enough, but everyone has mad sensitivity now. So that mad sensitivity plus magnetism plus slight delays is just not great, and also a massive gib range. Like you can't strafe left and right if somebody can just wander in and blow you away. It's TSU Slayer quit. Boo. I mean, it feels... you know what it feels like? He didn't hit me there, did he? I don't think he actually headshot me with that one. Like, without sounding like an idiot, you know what this feels like? It feels like Gears of War without actives. That's all you can say. It's still Gears 5, it's just nobody has actives. It's the exact same game, just ever so slightly less damage, which isn't that bad of a thing. It's not groundbreaking, it's not, they're not done, you know, they're not reinvented the wheel here, it's just... oh, one pellet? Bullshit, bro. Yoink. Boom. Alright, we've dropped a man down. So we're going to have to maybe drop into a supportive role there, help out the boys on the hill. You have to spot everybody. It's like the best thing you can do in this game. I'm going to flank. Flank and Lancer. See how effective this is. Like there, I still don't like that I just did. I still feel like that's really cheap play. He made the right move to push me. I just have insane swap speed between my guns, and I could blow him away. And that was honestly disgusting. That's the gameplay I hate. I don't think we need the big swap, the fast swap speed. I don't know why that was put in the game. I shouldn't have committed to that wall. I should have pulled back. I'd have killed them all. Feels, what I will say is maybe it's just everyone today is in a shotgun mood. It does feel less Lancer. You know, that it does feel less Lancery, but I guarantee if you put put up against a 5-man stack that wanted to Lancer, it would still be very Lancer heavy. Oh, I was just getting... You see, they all like parted ways and it angled me off. That was disgusting. Nobody committed. Oh, it's that, man. It's that gameplay there. That's what I hate. I get the first shot and I want to pull back and down the guy. That's what I want to do. So I take myself out of gib range. I step back, down him, and then he puts me full red, but I down him. Instead, we just trade because we've got massive gib range. Like, that's right there. That's the peak example of why it irritates me. Because I knew what I wanted to do, but it just didn't matter. We just went boom, both blew each other away, traded. See if we can, oh, there's loads of guys there. Ah. Right. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I've got to say. I don't think there's anything too groundbreaking for this change. I think it's a good change. If anything, if you're against a slightly uneven team, it has become more uneven because you can't drop an active Lancer to change the course of the fight. So in that regard, it's kind of... I just must have missed. In that regard, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just different. And it's, yeah, it's still Gears 5 with, you know, best team wins, isn't it, really? Which I'm not saying that's not how it should be. You know, the best team should win, but... That roadie run delay. It feels better than when I played the other day. The other day, I felt like I was relentlessly... I felt like I spent 2 hours with my screen full red. That's what it felt like. This, yeah, I'm obviously getting hit and I'm getting killed, but I don't feel like I've spent the whole game full red. I got 0% then? Okay. Okay. Let's rate it. Let's do a rating out of 10. 10 bin the game... let's rate the update, alright? The update is probably an 8 out of 10. I think it's done what it wants to do. It hasn't fixed magnetism, and it hasn't fixed the gib range, but if I'm just looking purely at the update, I think it's a good update. I don't think you can have too many complaints about it. I think it's a decent update. It's not going to change the game drastically, but it helps. And that's good as well. It's good that they don't just drastically change it, because it should be small steps. You don't want to... Oh my god. I thought he had a... I thought he had a smoke out or something, so I was kind of like, wait, what? Why is he pushing me with the smoke? And then I just died. I don't think there's anything... it feels kind of unfair to maybe even give it a 7/8, because I don't really think there's anything wrong with the update. It's just, it's a... Like Dana says, it's a ball of string. We've pulled away at some of it. This is a good change. Now I'll have to look at some changes like that, where people sit, playing as a Cantus, with the Claymores out, with the C4 out, hiding behind a wall, invisible. Let's go next. Oh my god. That was bodied. You see there? That's why people love the big gib range. But I feel like that's... You could still do that with the small one, because that was point blank, you know? I feel like. Let's pick up these. I never pick up these. It will be... I feel like it's going to be very irritating in Operation 4 when flashbangs come back, though. I'm still not sure about that. That seems very... Even if there's no flash effect and it's just a stun, I don't know. I feel like very on the fence about that. It might be fine because, I don't know. Maybe it gives the solo player a chance to break a hill with the Lancers. Like, you know how I've been saying that it's still very difficult to break a team's Lancer. That might give us a chance, but I'll have to try that one. I won't do any judgment on it, but yeah, I think that update's pretty good. I don't think there's any. I don't think you're gonna sign in and be like, "Oh my god, what have they done to this game? This game is terrible." Your Lancer's still useful. Like, yeah, your Lancer's still useful. You can still shotgun. There's still there's everything there used to be. There's just no actives. I feel like that's fine. I don't really have any problems with that. I think that's a fairly good update. Alright, we're now going to try for a couple games the beta tuning. We'll see how that goes. Am I worried that they will get the new ranking system wrong? Not really, because let's be honest, it can't be any more broken than it currently is, can it? That's the way I see it. They're at bottom level in terms of ranking system. I think they'll admit that themselves. The way the games are calibrated is it's like a pie. So the higher skill you are, the worse teammates you get. So it kind of ends up like 5 average people beat 1 good guy with 4 idiots, and it just doesn't feel great. I would be very, very surprised if the ranking system works to an actual top really good level and people are like grinding for elo because it works so well. I'd be very shocked if it actually worked. It'd be great if it worked, but it cannot be worse than it currently is, can it? The only way it could be worse than it currently is if for some reason it broke and it threw 5 masters against 5 bronze every time. Like, yeah. But even then, you'd be on the good team 50% of the time, so it'd be kind of even in itself. I don't think the ranking system can be any worse, no. So I don't think you got anything to worry about with the ranking system, because if it came out and it was totally broken, well, we're exactly where we are now, aren't we? So I think the only way is up, surely. So I've not played this dev playlist before, so I don't know if it does it put me on. Hopefully it puts me on like the correct connection. Alright, we're in. Hey Dan, how's it going? Alright, this is the beta tuning. So, for those that don't know, the beta tuning is the exact same tuning we've just played on Ranked. This one is cover slide speed. So, it's gone from 650 to 600, meaning the time it takes for you to press A and hit the wall is slightly longer. Meaning, theoretically, you can react a little bit better. I currently have the good ping, Yes. That's excellent. Alright. I'll wait. Alright, let me zoom here a bit. I mean, it still feels very frighteningly fast. We'll give it a go. We'll see what it's like. I don't need a teacher for zooming. I just need to press scroll wheel if I really wanted to. I don't think... At first, I initially noticed how slow it was, or how much slower it was. Now already, it just feels completely normal. Do we know if momentum has an effect on the slide speed? Like, if I go in with momentum, is it faster? I guess we can try. Nah, it's like the exact same. What's this guy doing, bro? This guy's absolutely... He's living his best life. Alright, it's alright. We've made a name. Made a mental note. The locust drone is the guy that's testing out his bounce skills. My impression, Slender. This guy is an absolute zoomer. Wow, like there, I was just shooting as a warning shot. I was not expecting to actually... These zoomers, bro. Hilarious. Oh my lord. I wish he'd stop. Why is everybody bouncing so much? Z, change your lesbo shit. I don't know what that means. I think he's a bit frustrated that I might have killed him. That everybody's in here testing the bounce out. This is hilarious, by the way. Like, why is everybody bouncing? What the hell? I mean, lesbo worshipping twat. What is this guy on about? Has he got a problem with lesbians or something, this guy? Does he want to get banned? Do I need to be submitting a ticket to Dana? I mean, it feels the exact same. That's how I describe it. So far, it feels the exact same. Meaning, if everyone has a massive problem with it and they all hate it, you could put it back to what it was because it seems pretty similar. I mean, I like the fact it's a bit slower, don't get me wrong. I'd rather have it even slower, personally. I'd rather them have really slowed it down just so we could see how the game would change if it was really slow. So I'd quite like to see them go even slower. Personally. Because at the moment it's close enough to the original that I'm struggling to notice a change in gameplay. Everyone's still kind of playing roughly the same. We'll see if that continues after a couple of games, but... Slide to a more distance wall? Yeah, but you'd never do that. Like, that's just a bad move in general. Yeah, if I slide from max position to max position, it's going to be longer, but you'd never really do that, would you? I'm looking to see if the update has changed how the game plays to see if people that haven't enjoyed it might come back and enjoy it. It feels very similar. God damn. Yo, Joe, how's it going? This guy seems very upset. I don't know why this guy seems so upset, but he does. How's Gears 5 treating you? It's alright. The first game seemed a bit better. I'm in the dev playlist now. Apparently the slide speed's slower. It feels... yeah, I use mouse and keyboard. It feels very similar, to be honest. Like, yeah, if I slide from max wall to... If I go like this, yeah, it's slower and somebody might be able to hit me. But a good player's never going to actually go and do that wall slide anyway. God damn that fucking delay. He's trying to open up the... He's trying to open up the arcade, this guy. Like... The wall speed, right? The wall speed doesn't affect that. You know, that's the up A with momentum. So, like, it affects it maybe if you're doing like this. If you're doing this, that might affect it a tiny bit, but it's very... it's pretty damn similar. Why is everyone chainsawing? I would like to have seen it go to 550. So then, if the game would have changed drastically, like if everyone started playing in a different way, you could have judged it, but everyone plays pretty much the same. This guy's so upset. I think he's really triggered that I've got a Pride shotgun skin on. It's pretty funny. Oh my god. The fact there's no stun still in 2020. You said 550 would be a decent speed. I think it'd be a nice way to test it, but I don't think they're going to slow it down even more. Because I think people will go, it's too slow. And I think they're right. So I think I guess how I'd sum it up is, probably if you want to zoom, it probably feels slow. And if you want it to be not zoomy, it's still too fast. So really the only people that kind of get screwed over are the zoomers, in a way. So I'd either say slow it right down, or just, yeah. I don't know. Are we reverse sweeping here? That's the age-old debate, though, right? For Gears, just adapt, right? That's what everyone says for Eternity. What are these guys talking about? Oh my god. I would say let's try 550 and see how the game plays out. I'm not feeling much of a change there. Feels pretty, let's go training grounds. We need something with some bounce. Bum, bum, bum. I'd say let's make it like Dark Souls. Let's get a stamina bar in there. Let's crank that movement speed down to 320. And once you've done an action, you have a stamina bar and you aren't bouncing again. How about that? Also, if you carry 2 weapons, you get over encumbered and you walk slower. So you have to drop your Lancer and use your shotgun to move faster. Try 570. I think what they should do is just try it a little bit slower, so it really does change how the game plays. Because at the moment it doesn't feel that different. I know I haven't really thought. I did notice the Lancer change and the Adhesion a bit. I don't really notice this. I don't come on this and go, wow, this game's like a lot slower, or this has changed. I just... God damn. Someone said turn it to 700. Yeah, maybe not. I didn't mean to climb. Classic. Yeah, they were just having a full argument about pride before. Oh. Oh yeah, I don't notice anything in this. This feels exactly like playing ranked. But I'm playing ranked with everybody that wants to bounce because they're trying to test the movement. That's why it feels slightly different, because everyone's kind of bouncing, but it feels the same really. Bum 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 bum. Here we go. Wow! The distance on the Gib range, bro. Yeah, I don't feel like playing this game mode. This is just like a weird custom game. That's what it feels like. It feels like a weird custom game where everyone's trying to bounce, but nothing's changed. That's my quick summation of this move speed change. It's still massive Gib range. Weird. I don't like this change. Well, not I don't like it. It doesn't do anything. That's my opinion. It's still the exact same game. What the hell? Alright. I think that's my test done. This feels exactly the same. I can't notice any difference. I mean, I don't know, like, maybe I'm just not zooming enough, but I mean, I don't feel like to myself like this game's slow. You know what I mean? I don't feel like this mode's somehow slow when you can't move. It just feels very similar. Like, are you telling me that's slow? Like, I don't... Yeah, I don't enjoy these games where like no one's trying. This just feels like a weird custom game. That's why I feel like it's going to be difficult to properly test things in a dev playlist, because everyone just arses around and you can't really test it because no one's really trying. Yeah. Alright, I'm bored of that. That's my test done. Yeah, that... I don't feel any difference in that. I don't feel any difference in that. Just feels exactly like the ranked playlist. It's still unbelievably fast, unreadable, big gib range. If we nerf the gib range, maybe that slide speed might show itself to be a big change, but with its current settings, it feels exactly the same. So the Lancer change feels pretty good. I'd say the Lancer change, the active change feels pretty good. The slide speed going from 650 to what, 600 does nothing. That's how I'd say it. Does absolutely nothing. Alright, that's it. I'm going to end the stream. Thanks for tuning in. I might restream and play Path of Exile, but I know most people don't want to watch Path of Exile, but that's what I'll be streaming next, probably, and just chilling out. I'm going to end the stream, then I can upload this VOD and not make it too long. But yeah, that's my opinion on the changes so far.